I relapsed on NoFap multiple times a week for over 2.5 years straight. So from about November 2022 to April this year, 2025. But since then, I actually haven't even fapped once. And I documented that on my vlog channel. Now, I'm not going to waste your time in this video. One of the biggest things that you can do to get fast results on NoFap, that was probably the most, or at least one of the most instrumental things that I did on NoFap to make this progress, was to simply get the fuck out of my house, right? Now, this seems extremely simple, but let me explain to you. Like, when do you usually fap? Where do you usually fap? Is it in school, at the gym, out in nature? Is it at the library? Is it out in public? Probably not. It's probably at home. It's probably in the evening or in the morning or in the afternoon, something like that. It's probably, for example, when you are a bit tired, you're a bit like lethargic and you don't really know what to do. You don't have a clear task at hand. You're maybe lonely. You don't have people around you and stuff. And so if you can simply eliminate these pockets of dead space that you spend at home, just doing nothing, and replace that with being outside, like in nature, for example, do you think the amount of times you fap will go down? Probably, because you will probably fap less when you are outside as compared to when you're inside at home. Now, how could I know that? Well, it's simple math. The likelihood that you fap goes down dramatically when you spend more time in other environments. Of course, like it's simple, you know? Yeah, people don't do it. And the thing is, like, I don't just want to say this, I want to actually give you practical action steps. So, like, for example, if you're going to do something at home, like doing homework or business work or something that you could do outside, like at the library, just do it at the fucking library. Like, it's not that difficult to comprehend, right? Or if you're going to be eating dinner or eating some sort of afternoon snack before the gym, some pre-workout meal, why don't you just bring your food to the gym and eat there? And then you just eliminated an entire, let's say, hour in total of time at home. Because the thing is, every second you spend at home is an opportunity for the lustful and sexual desires to hit you. And I'm not saying that you're helpless, of course not, you have willpower, but the likelihood that you fap goes up the more you do that. I hope that makes sense. And so basically what you can do is that you can look at your normal daily activities. Like, for example, you spend time at home here, you spend time at home here, you're gonna do these tasks here, there, and here, and here. And then you just structure your day according to that. So for example, if you wanna do, for example, some business work on your side hustle or on your business, or some homework, like some intellectual work, you can go to the library. You know you can do that, right? You can just do that. You can stay at school. You can do it somewhere else. You can do it at the fucking gym, bro. I'm not even kidding. You can do it at some public co-working space. It doesn't really matter. As long as it's outside of your house, you're good, right? And so I spend a fuck ton of time outside. I spend so much time in nature. Like, every single morning I go out and meditate in the fucking woods, basically in these woods, in the park all the way down there. You can see that in my vlogs. I'm not just making the shit up. And I spend a fuck ton of time at the gym doing a bunch of training and stuff. And I spend time in school, and I really don't spend a lot of time at home at all. And so I don't even give the sexual urges the opportunity to enter my mind. You know, it's quite simple when I explain to you like this way, right? But like, hopefully it should be simple, but I don't know. People just don't realize it. Like, it's such a simple thing, because you can do the same things just outside of your house. Well, like, you can get the same results. Let's say you're gonna be doing some homework or some studying. Instead of studying at home, study somewhere else. Like, of course, you want to find some quiet, private environment where you can focus, but you can do that. You know, if like, it's not that difficult. You know, just there's a reason for why libraries are generally quiet. You know, they're made for people to study at, and so you can go there. You can be in nature if you are going to, for example. Like, it might sound extreme, but like, if you're gonna eat some food before the gym, for example, and you come home from school, just bring the food with you and eat on the bus, something like that. You know, like, I'll tell you my fucking daily routine, right? I wake up and at 6 a.m. I do my morning routine. I hop in the cold shower, I make my bed, I take my creatine, that kind of stuff, get my clothes on. Then I grab my bag, which I packed last night, and then I go into these woods. Like, yeah, it looks like this. It's like a pine forest, coniferous forest. And then I go into the park a little way down. and I sit down and I do an hour of meditation, which is kind of like willpower training. You train your ability to direct your attention to whatever you want, which can be extremely beneficial for nofap, at least it's been for me, because you are literally training your ability to, when the sexual urges come, redirect your attention to something else that is not that, and to prevent you from indulging in like all the fantasies and the visualizations which ultimately lead you to fapping. And so I do that. I go, I meditate for an hour, and then I go to school. I do the stuff in school. I don't like school at all, but I'm there because I have basically deal with my parents, and so my parents support my daily grind a lot, and so I'm willing to go to school for that. And because like I don't want to get some sort of 9-to-5 job or anything like that, so I just go to school. I do the stuff there. I do what's required, and then I come back home. I eat real quick, or if I pack it, I go to the gym immediately, and then as quickly as I can, I just like if I'm at home, as quickly as I can, I eat my food and get the fuck out of my house, go to the gym, do a workout, and then I come home, eat as quickly as I can, and just unwind. You'll see that even though I'm spending a little bit of time at home, there are no like fucking like pockets of dead time that I'm just spending there just sluggishly just scrolling on my phone or anything like that. And so when you remove all of these pockets of time at home, when you're not really doing anything productive, or you might be doing something productive, it doesn't really matter, but pretty much any period of time you're at home, if you can eliminate them or minimize them, that will decrease the likelihood that you fap. It's as simple as that. The math spells that out. If 990 of your relapses on nofap, 990 of 1,000 relapses on nofap, or whatever the number is for you, has occurred at home, and only 1% has occurred, or yeah, that's 1%, only 1% has occurred outside of it, then the likelihood that you do is significantly lower, and that's great, right? You make progress. And that's all I'm trying to say in this video. Look at the activities that you do on a daily basis. Think to yourself, can I do this activity, or rather, how could I do this activity? How could I get the same result, the same output, but be outside? You know, if you're going to listen to a podcast or watch some content or some educational stuff, if you're going to read, then just go out into nature, find a bench, do it there. Just go on a walk like this, you know, listen to the audiobook. It's not that difficult. If you're going to eat, for example, you can bring your food to the gym, you know, instead of going home after school, which is something that I'm implementing. I'm just trying to make sure that I, you know, have enough time to meal prep and stuff in the evening. That's something that I'm dealing with a little bit. But yeah, just make sure that just maximize the time of the day that you're outside of your house, and you'll fap less. And that's it. It don't get no simpler than that, bro. It doesn't get simpler than that. And yeah, man, that's all I'm trying to say in this video. And yeah, I made like a full step-by-step protocol that it's completely free. It's like a 2.5-3 hour course on nofap, on everything I've learned that's useful over these past 7 months, and also the lessons that I got from like all the when I relapsed for like 2.5 years straight and shit back in 2022 and 23, 24, a little bit this year as well. And it's completely free. I'm currently doing like free coaching, free accountability for anyone that joins the community and is willing to commit and actually try their best to improve. And so I'm doing that right now. You can check it out, the link in the description. It's free. You can have a look at it. And yeah, bro, get out into nature, put a nice smile on your face, and yeah, we're gonna crush this fucking addiction, man. It's so silly, you know. It's so silly that we're fucking hooked onto this shit, you know. But like, you know, the simpler the problem, the simpler the let me say that again. The simpler the problem, the simpler the solution, right? And so the problem is quite simple. You're just fucking jacking off, right? And so the solution is also going to be simple. You know, you just get out into nature, and that's it. That's it, bro. That's literally it. Check out the fucking community that I made. I think it's awesome. And I want to gain more experience as a coach as well. So if you were to hop on the free coaching calls that I have, the free accountability calls, you would be doing me a service as well. And so I really hope you do that, man. And it takes some fucking action on this shit. Because, yeah, bro, the world better be prepared for us. Because, like, so many young men around the world are hijacked and being just enslaved by this addiction of the fucking porn companies and all this shit, man. But I really believe that this is one of the biggest things that we can overcome as young men. lust and sexual desire, because it's so deeply biologically hardwired in our systems, in our bodies, to pursue this thing. And so if we can develop the ability to say no and not do it and not fall victim to this shit, I think that's one of the most beautiful and most important things that we could do. So yeah, bro, I'll see you in the next one.